never, not now or never. And it's your turn this time, so I won't fall in line this way. I can't believe it happened again.
Welcome back, you guys. That was Audience of Rain again, and we're in the studio with Audience of Rain's vocalist and their drummer. Their vocalist is
Cody Griffin.
and their drummer.
Alex Cornice.
Hey, you guys.
How
Hey.
you doing?
Again. So, as I was listening, well, no, we'll hold off and talk about the song in a minute, but
Okay.
kind of just introduce yourself. So, Audience of Rain, how do you guys come up with that?
Well, the name, it's. I mean, we did that like probably I think it's like 8 years ago.
Okay.
We practiced in Alex's garage, and we were playing one day. It was me, him, and our guitar player at the time. And I always had this thing where I liked to have the garage door open when we practiced because it was just like fresh air, just the natural light during the day and stuff. And that day it happened to be storming and raining outside. And so like we opened up the garage door, and our guitar player was like, "Oh, it's like playing to an audience of rain."
Oh, that's cool.
Clever.
How cool.
We kind of just looked at each other, and it just stuck since
Yeah.
then. So
So, you guys been together for 8 years, huh?
Well,
longer actually.
Okay.
like we started out just playing in my garage, like we didn't play any shows, but then Matt left for personal reasons, and then
It happens.
Then me and Cody joined a band called Remember the Fallen, and we had our first show with them and everything, and that was really cool, like getting into playing out for the first time.
And then Matt came back
Yeah, and then we started up Audience of Rain playing live.
after we left that band because there was, I guess, creative differences, but we still keep in touch with everybody and actually.
Well, let's make
Play
sure
shows,
all the
so.
current band members get their shout out. So, kind of give us a rundown who the whole gang is.
They have formed to a new band called Silence Within.
Our band.
Your band.
their band? Oh, I thought they were
Audience
talking
of
about
Rain.
their band.
Forget those old guys.
Yeah, they're
Forget about you
gone.
guys. Forget about you guys. Our band.
So it's you two and
Cody Griffin, myself on vocals, Alex on drums, and we have Matt Snyder on guitar and Steven Nuggebauer on bass.
And he's the newest addition to our band. And honestly, like, we're really excited to have him in.
Did you guys grow up together? Or you met each other along the journey?
I moved to Norton from a different city. I lived in Akron for a little bit. And he was one of my first neighborhood friends when I came. And I was like, maybe like 10 years old.
I was in like second grade, so
Wow.
So it's like we just grew up like just
I was about to
riding
make
bikes,
a
playing
weird
around.
reference right now. like a Destiny's Child thing. Like you grew up together.
I don't know.
I mean, well, I guess my question was, so, Alex, you walked up to Cody and said, you want to be in a band. I mean, that's a long time to be together.
Actually,
Well, it was actually funny because, like, in 5th grade, I met Matt, our guitar player, and he came over with his amp and he played a little bit of guitar, and I played drums. Like, I'm self-taught. Like, my dad had drums, so I just taught myself, and we would just play. And Cody had a camera, so I'd invite him over, and he'd film us and like flicker the lights so like
Basically
it looked cool while we were playing.
I just came over and annoyed him.
And then he
So-
mentioned something about guitar lessons, and I said, no, you're playing bass because nobody plays bass anymore. So,
And then I became the bass player with no experience at all.
yeah, it was
So-
great.
You got a good ear. Okay.
Yeah. Eventually, I did get lessons and everything, and then we went through a couple different vocalists who just didn't work out. And then when we had decided we needed another vocalist, we didn't have anybody, so I was like, all right, well, I was like, I'll just step in until we find somebody. So I played bass and sang. And then my senior year of high school, I tore the tendon in my hand playing football.
Okay, I was going to ask what
And-
happened.
And couldn't play bass, and we had a really big show coming up at the Agora Theater in Cleveland.
Oh, yeah,
It
we
was
know
with
it
the
well.
Misfits.
And,
Yeah, it was really
Wow.
cool.
So my cast and everything was coming off the day of the show, so I wasn't going to be able to like move my hands or anything. So we had to find someone to fill in on bass. So we got someone to fill in, and I was like, all right, for this show, like I'll just sing and it'll be fine. And I was like, if it goes over well, maybe I'll try it again. And I really liked doing it. So then I was like, I think I'd really like someone just to play bass, and I just want to do vocals. And we went through a few different people that just helped us filling in. One of my best friends, who's his name's Colin Spicer. He's in the Marines, so he wasn't able to stay with us and everything.
He's in Japan right now, isn't he?
Salute.
Okinawa, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then his little brother, who plays guitar in his own band called Long Shot, filled in on bass with us for a little while until one of our friends from one of our older bands led us to our current bass player at one of our shows. It's kind of like a big intertwined story of how we met our current bass player.
Now, what city do you all come from?
Norton. It's like right near Akron.
Everybody had to take music. Something happened. Cause,
Yeah, I was asking.
I mean-
you played football, so I was like, oh, he had that side. So what kind of brought you into music, and where did that come from?
For me, like, I think it was just like growing up, like my mom always loved like 80s rock, like Def Leppard, Bon Jovi,
oh, yeah.
Journey,
Yeah.
all that stuff. So she kind of like helped me get my love of music, and it just kind of just happened. For me, it was just like
Just
sometimes it could be a coping mechanism for issues. It can be something just to let loose or whatever. But yeah, only thing musically like I ever did was this. Like I always just played football all through high school and everything.
Okay.
So
what about you, Alex?
Musically, I got into hard rock through my Uncle Eddie. He would take me like to like metro parks to go on walks, and like on the way there, he'd play like 97.5. Like, so I got like my early like Led Zeppelin, Motley Crue, and everything. And
Guns N' Roses.
I always knew that my dad played drums, and my sister was a singer, and I always wanted to get into music. So when we finally moved somewhere where we could set up the drums, which is where we live now, he set them up, and I just taught myself how to play just through watching YouTube and watching other drummers play, and yeah.
So neither one did music in school, like,
nope.
fifth grade.
Wow.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's
I mean, I
good.
think I had like a general music class in elementary school, but
Yeah.
I played the recorder, but that was about it.
That's what I was
Everybody
about
had
to
play the
say.
recorder.
Oh, I
Yeah.
rocked that recorder, dude.
Hot cross buns all over.
That's second day in a row? Yeah, Friday, then now today. Someone bringing up hot crust buns on a recorder.
Oh, wow.
Irony.
First
Nice.
song I learned how to play. I'm not even. Stop it. The voice in my head is like, do the letters, because we didn't learn with the we didn't learn with the letters. He didn't teach us like the actual
The
notes.
notes.
He taught us the numbers
Oh, okay.
on the trumpet.
Mhm.
So it was like
Oh.
1 1 1 1 2 2 2 2
Yeah.
3 3 3.
That's the easy way.
And you did it
It
anyway.
cheated
huh?
that system, and we got all the way through. Now we
I bet
playing.
you could play by ear. I bet you with that.
I'm not sure.
Mhm.
But okay, cool beans. So I know that your genre, right, is rock. But what, like alternative rock, heavy metal, where do you guys fall under?
Let's say like
I'd say hard rock.
Okay. And what are some of your influences, or what are your influences now?
Well, they're all across the board. For me,
Yeah.
like I mean, like I love like rap and country music and rock. So
Spit off two from each
um,
category.
I mean, rap for me, Machine Gun Kelly from
Okay.
Cleveland. I mean,
Yeah.
that's like
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
my
we
guy.
all-
I have
we
his
all like
thing
him.
tattooed on my arm
All right. I
and
like
everything.
him.
From country, I don't know. I like Brantley Gilbert,
Okay, I'm
Jason
not hip.
Aldean. All those
Oh, I know
guys.
Jason Aldean.
From rock, I mean, there's a lot.
Yeah,
I
there's-
can't pick a single artist really,
Right.
Yeah.
What
but
about you?
But for me, let's see. The first like heavy band I got into that got me more into like the harder music was Metallica. Like
Metallica.
my friend showed it to me on the bus on the way to school, and I fell in love with it. So, but more recently, like I've been acquiring like more of like the '90s hard rock, like Seven Dust, stuff like that. Like I've been really influenced by that.
So did you guys start off making your own original songs, or did you guys do covers first?
So we actually did both.
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, do you all write too?
Yeah.
Like, oh,
Yep.
cool.
So I see. I know you guys had dropped "Road to Recovery" on April 9th, right? But what
Oh,
were the preceding mixtapes, or maybe was there songs before that?
There were, but those. I mean, that's probably like 2.5 years ago.
Okay.
You'd say that they were
Yeah,
recorded.
those are our first recordings. Like, it was through our friend Evan from Stowaway Recordings. Like, we had a lot of fun. It was our first recording experience, and like, we just figured like we'd try to like reform ourselves with like a new sound and everything.
Mhm.
So like, just keep those like in the back of our heads and just,
Yeah, we still play
Yeah.
them like live
Like,
at
yeah.
shows and everything. But as far as like the recordings, like that was so long ago that like if we got the chance now to maybe re-record them, we would probably do that.
Okay.
So
I was asking that question because I wanted to know, like, so certain artists, they have like a disc of singles, and then some of them have an actual album where everything was cohesive. So I wanted to know what things maybe you guys talked about previously, and what are you guys talking about now? And do
Like,
you have like a single, or did the album have like a solid thread of thought?
you mean kind of like a theme to it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, there was a theme.
I came up with the theme "Road to Recovery" because
You know, I listened to
I
some of
was
them.
at a point in my life where things weren't the best. I mean, I won't get into too much detail,
Cool
but
beans. Who did the majority of the writing?
I mean, I think it was collective. The song "Brand New Day," I wrote that all lyrically by myself.
Let's talk about it again, because we
And
just
then
played that.
again, it was me and our bass player who wrote it.
Okay.
And I think that's the second track. I think the only song on the album that doesn't correlate to anything is the song "First Class," which
It's basically
that
a
one-
party song. It's
basically like a
Every album
stereotypical,
needs one, right?
stereotypical rock song, Hollywood. It's just a fun song, so we have that on there. But the other three songs I kind of did in an order. Again, was kind of like you reach everybody has a certain point in their life where something bad might happen, or something that you didn't expect is going to affect you in a negative way, and maybe you've been to a place like that before. So it's like the one lyric in there says, "I can't believe it happened again." Like something, you're as down as you can be, like at the very bottom, and it just kind of talks about how you feel, but then also like it reaches in the chorus like about not giving up, like you're not gonna
Yes.
give up, and you're not gonna let it drag you
You're gonna
down.
win,
No matter what.
Yeah, there you go.
You're going to dust yourself off and go at it
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
I
I
think it
gotcha.
was-
And then
so
the
cool.
following tracks kind of build off of that, like "Sink or Swim." We're not going to play, but then that's like where it gives you the choice. You can sink or swim.
You had to come out and see Singers one.
And then "Brand New Day" is where like you kind of have like
An awakening.
like that revelation or whatever. Like you finally decided, like I'm not going to keep doing this way. And it's kind of like the lyrics for that one. I don't know if you're going to play it, but like I had
yeah.
a conversation with one of my friends who actually inspired me to write it. It's kind of like a battle between positive and negative. Like I think it's
Did God jump off, or did the devil jump off? You remember what we talked about earlier?
I actually can't remember.
Keep going. Go ahead.
Sorry, I'm losing my train of thought. But it's like a battle between like positive and negative. Like the verses are the negative talking, but then like the chorus would be, it's almost like a conversation. Like someone is like, I'd be saying this negative thing to you, but then someone would be responding with like no, like you can't do that. Like you've got to pick yourself back up and
So it was a conversation
over
in your
something.
head amongst your two.
yeah.
Okay.
Either like amongst yourself, between two people, because at that time I was talking to someone who was actually kind of telling me like all this negative stuff, and I was telling them, I was like, no, like you can't think that way. I was like, it's gonna get better, it's gonna be fine. And then like I was at such a point in my life where it was so bad, like I was thinking that way, and like I thought back to that, and it's where it gave me that whole idea for writing it that way.
Okay.
I like that.
So it
That's
was kind of
good.
inspired by not your own energy, but like the energy of other people, and you kind of fed
Yeah.
off of that.
Yeah.
Cool
Good.
beans. And I think that was funny that we ended up playing that song, because I was listening to it and we talked about perceptionality and kind of winning no matter what, and it kind of played into that song. And then I pulled out a specific lyric. It was like pretending, about something, and then you said something about being lonely, but then you said I was going to change and be better.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, what was yes or no what that was about? Or
I think our bass player wrote that line, so I can't give you.
Yeah, we
an
had that
exact-
instrumental for so long, and like we just didn't get lyrics for it. And then he was like,
Oh,
"Okay, you know what? I'll just
cool.
write it for you."
We
Yeah.
me and him
bad
talked about it.
people.
Yeah, but chorus-wise, I wrote for Again, and verse-wise, our bass player wrote. And I know he took, and don't quote me 100% on this, but he took his from an experience, I think, of something with, I think, suicide, and like sort of that darker feeling and everything. And then I came back, I guess, with like the positive lyrics from it. So
guys balanced each other out for that
Mhm.
song.
Yeah.
Balancing the
I had to say
energies.
that's a first.
Balancing energies. Yeah.
Well, let's change the mood. Give it a brand new feel, right?
yes.
And we're going to play Brand New by Audience of Rain. Brand New Day, I'm sorry. You guys weren't going to correct me.
I don't know. I didn't know what to say.
Now the ones you can't look back. Made mistakes, it was another right track. Lost yourself and move along the way. Yellow songs is dark mistake. Just when you think like you can't go on the wall today. This road is overtaken. I can't go on this ride. Tell yourself there's one good thing left to say. Life comes crashing down on you every day. You gotta pick yourself up and say that I believe that this can change. So live your life just like a brand new day. Too many sleepless nights, waking up with that frequent fight. Still it's all of no spoken word, felt all alone, you just left to burn. Just when you think like you can't go on no more today, this road is overtaken. I can't go on this ride. Tell yourself there's one good thing left to say. Life comes crashing down on you every day. You gotta pick yourself up and say that I believe that this can change. So live your life just like a brand new day. Waking up with this fear of failure. I can't live my life living yourself. Broken hearted, you live for anyone. There's no going back. This is the end. Life comes crashing down on you every day. You gotta pick yourself up and say that I believe that this can change. So live your life just like a brand new day.
Hey, everybody. That was Brand New Day by...
Audience of Rain.
And back with us for our closing questions is Audience of Rain. So tell me what Brand New Day is about.
Brand New Day is, like I said, it's that song that I wrote that when I was talking to a friend who was giving me all this
Oh,
negative and stuff.
And I
was
made
kinda
fun
like-
of you about forgetting the part of the interview. I definitely remember you talking about that. Sorry, but go ahead.
But yeah, it's the like the battle between like positive and negative. Like the verses that's that negative part, and then the chorus is coming back with like that positive, like get yourself back up. Don't let yourself fall down, and like keep going. Like every day is a brand new day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
Every
is.
day is a new page of the book, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't have to necessarily play off the old chapters. Out of all your songs that you've written, which one would you say is your favorite and why? Of course, it's gonna be this one, right?
Honestly,
You'll go first.
I really like playing Brand New Day because, like, the way we started off we already had an instrumental for it, and he came up with the lyrics for it. I just told Matt, like, start jumping up and down and get a tempo from that. And so, we got that. So, like, we play that last, and we get everybody to start jumping with us when we play it, and it's just a lot of energy, and it's great. So,
I'd say for me, for like lyrically, like that one's probably my most favorite because it means the most to me, like lyrically, and it is really fun to play. One of our other songs, I don't know if we have it on there. It's called "You Don't Own Me." It's might be on there in a real old recording, but
yeah, I think I took that one off.
I like that one a lot because I actually wrote that whole one. I don't think we should play it, but I wrote that entire song, like musically, lyrically, like everything, and like brought it to everything. So I feel like it's kind of like I created it, so it was kind of cool. But Brand New Day is lyrically means the most to me. And also the song Sink or Swim, which is also on our EP.
And that's like the first single of the EP, right?
Yes.
Which is
Brand New Day.
the EP.
Oh, the EP.
Oh, Road to Recovery.
Oh,
And
okay.
they can actually listen to Brand New Day on SoundCloud, right?
Yes,
Yep.
they
Give them
can.
you guys a SoundCloud.
This is soundcloud.com/audience of rain.
And do you have
I
any other
think.
socials that we need to know about?
We have Facebook. I think it's just facebook.com/audience of rain,
And then Twitter, it's AOR official.
and as well as Instagram. And I think
Instagram is just audience of rain.
Instagram is just audience of rain. He manages all the social media stuff, so
Yeah.
So they can see this video right now. I just wanted to pub you guys really good. Make sure they know. And then one of my other questions was, if you could play any other genre, this is off the little sheet that they prepped for me, but I thought it was a cool one. If you could play any other genres, what would it be and why?
Well, this will be interesting.
actually, I would go solo.
Okay.
And for me, no offense,
Of course, we know who the Beyonce is now. The Justin Timberlake of the
for
show.
me, I really love like probably one of my favorite solo artists is Ed Sheeran.
Okay.
Oh, I like
You
Ed
do have that
Sheeran.
look, just a little darker red, and you be in there.
Yeah. And I got to cover one of his songs. We did our first acoustic show back in last April, and I really wanted to cover an Ed Sheeran song, and they let me do that. So for me, like, I love singing a lot like that, and it's because I don't get to do that
I meant to
in a
ask
band.
you, did you miss the bass, or do you prefer singing?
Now I prefer singing. I mean, I miss playing bass and stuff, but I do kind of like being the one up front sometimes a little. So,
Of course,
I
every
do like
introvert wants to crack
Yeah.
that shit every once in a while.
but yeah, I'd probably just do something like acoustically like that, or like
Okay.
I'd say like I don't want to say pop because but like something like Ed Sheeran, kind of like indie alternative, like acoustic,
Okay.
sort of that sort of thing.
You want the indie feel with the pop money, right?
maybe.
All right. What about you,
Honestly, like
Alex?
my dream is always to be in a ska band. Like, like I always feel like that'd be so fun because it's fun party music.
In
so.
a what?
Ska band.
Okay, I'm the old one.
It's
now.
like-
What is
I
that?
played it off. You saw me act like I knew. I was like,
I was like, oh, finally someone knows about ska.
Okay.
But no.
At least-
School us.
That's kind of
Yeah, school us. What is
It's
it?
like punk, but like with a brass section with it too.
Oh.
So it's like it just makes you feel warm and sunny.
Yeah.
It's great.
Okay.
Trumpets and stuff.
Oh, that's
too,
my.
I think.
That's my stilo.
Oh, is that like Drake and Trophy? Those trumpets? No.
I don't think it's like
you
that.
have a favorite ska song we could play?
Okay, not that.
Not sure. Let me think.
Okay.
Well, I'll ask you another question in the meantime. You mull over that. Okay, out of all the cover songs that you've played, which would you say is your favorite song? Okay, Alex. Because
what cover we like
I'm
to
sorry, I meant to ask that to Cody.
Oh.
He's an Ed Sheeran fan, so I knew he was going to pull up his Ed Sheeran song, and you
Maybe.
were going to process that ska song so we can play
I
it.
think as a band, though, my favorite cover we do is probably we cover "Last Resort" by Papa Roach, which is probably just the most fun one to cover because it's kind of like one of those songs people can jump to, and it just has high energy.
Yeah.
So that's probably my favorite. But I really did love covering the Ed Sheeran song. I was super excited that I got to do that. So
You want to have a song for us?
The Science of Selling Yourself Short by Les and Jake. That's a good one.
The Science of Selling Yourself Short by
Les and Jake.
Les and Jake.
Less
And
than
before
Jake.
Oh, less than Jake.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
All
before
right.
we hop into that, do you guys have any closing remarks or anything else that you want the people to know about you before we let you go?
Well, we have a show coming up in July. It's on July 9th. Can't say who it is with yet. They haven't announced it yet.
It's with Audience of Rain.
It's with
First
Audience
big
of Rain.
but we will be there, and it is at the Agora.
Oh, it's in
Cleveland,
Cleveland.
Yes.
Yep. We always love playing in Cleveland.
On July the 9th?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry. Nothing else. That was it. Give them your personal Twitters, especially you, Cody. Just kidding.
Mine is C Griffin 58. I like at C Griffin 58. I think you gotta do the at.
Mine's ARK Drums. Just
that was
yeah.
Twitter, Instagram.
Twitter.
My Instagram is C Griffin 58 also. So
You could just look up Alex
Yeah.
Cornish for anything else.
All right. Cool beans. We appreciate you both, and that was
Thank
Audience
you.
of Rain. And we need to thank Alex for sending us off with The Science of Selling Yourself Short by Less Than Jake.
All right.
I've come to my senses that I've become senseless. And I could give you lessons how to ruin your friendships. And every last conviction, yeah, I smoked them all away. And I drank my frustrations down the drain.
you guys. That was